Hello and welcome to the third and final video on the early look event that I was a part of. My final game that I played, another 2v2. Again, if you haven't seen any of the previous videos, I would 100% recommend watching the first one as I explain all the mechanics of the game. If you want to just watch more in general, watch the second one as well. I'll make sure to put links in the description, but definitely watch the first one if you haven't seen that yet, because otherwise this gameplay is going to be very confusing to you. Anyway, so yeah, another 2v2. This time it is the team-based 2v2, where it's me and my teammate going at the same time and both the opponents going at the same time as well, rather than one at a time. Again, just as I said in the previous videos, but if you're refusing to watch those for some reason, I am recording my own footage from before, because the footage doesn't work in my rendering program, Sony Vegas, so I have to re-record it, and I'm editing on the fly. But there shouldn't be much editing anyway, because we're just watching a full game, essentially, with no hiccups whatsoever. Unless I want to go back and watch my own stuff. So it's the same map as the one in the previous video, same objectives. We have to destroy or defend, depending on which half we're playing. On the first half, we are the defenders. I thought we were attacking, but we're defending. So yeah, we're waiting for our opponents to choose. So as you can see, it's already showing up, like blinking, basically, both of theirs. And you can see one person's chosen their character. I wonder if that question mark means that they've chosen random, because you actually can go for a random character. Did they both go random, or did they both just choose something, and I guess we just don't get to see that what they chose? Anyway, one thing I will do, I'm pretty sure I lowered my volume earlier. Let's pump that up a little bit. Sorry. Oh god, I can't. I hate this. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Right, so they've got one player going to A, one player going to B. We got a Rush and a Carl. I still think Carl's not really a great choice as your first character, but maybe they did actually both go random, in which case, well, there you go, you can get Carl. So obviously they both destroy the objectives, but they haven't put up any defenses or anything, so it should be fairly easy for us to defend against that, and, you know, an easy one to react to in reality. So I end up going with, oh boy, I think it's Toxin I actually end up going with, but we'll find out just moments from now, I'm sure. God, it's the longest I've taken to actually choose a character. There you go. I do go with Toxin. I think I go for the B objective. It's the one I spend the most time on, actually, in both the games that I played. And yeah, just try and put down a bunch of poison. Obviously, playing a character that can do some defensive stuff, like putting down poisons, which is good, because of course that's going to have a lasting effect throughout the rest of the round. I'm still waiting for my teammate. My teammate took even longer than me to choose. How is that? I thought I took ages. Anyway, so immediately using my teleport ability to get closer to where I need to be, and then putting a bunch of poison down. The Carl just kind of jumped through that though, which I didn't realize he was doing that, but there you go. I end up killing him anyway. He doesn't get the objective yet. I put down a bunch more poison as well, because why not? That's the whole point of playing Toxin early on, is so you can put a bunch of poison down, which will kill people. That said, I put it down quite late, of course, so it's, you know, probably not even gonna really do a whole lot anyway. But yeah, so I assume my teammate also managed to defend against A. He looks like he chose Rush. So yeah, currently looking good. Now it's there, so you can see this is a much faster game. Let me pause it for a second, because there's only really 3 rounds. Like, there's obviously 3 rounds of 2 people each. So this game, as you can already see, there's only 10 minutes left in the whole video. Well, in the pre-recorded stuff from before, I mean. So yeah, this is going much faster than the normal game, which is 1v1, like, well, one person at a time, essentially. Which is interesting as well. So it's much faster paced in that regard, but there's the same amount of characters in the end. They're just, you know, on different time loops, I guess. So I still managed to actually kill Carl anyway. I don't defend the objective anymore with my first character, but hey, this is their second one, so of course I can now respond to that with my second character. I believe it's going to be Deathblow. I'm not entirely sure. If it is Deathblow, this is a really crazy... yeah, it is. Okay, so you'll see in a moment. I don't really want to keep spoiling everything I do. But yeah, let's just say... hitting stuff with rockets is tough. That's all I'll say, and then you'll just have to wait a second for me to actually show you what I mean with that. Anyway, so still waiting for my teammate to choose. I think that person was the one who took the longest every time. He's going for the sniper from the looks of things. Anyway, so as you might expect, preemptively shooting some rockets, because I know people are going to be coming around the corner there. Missed just about twice in a row there, and then that one he went the other way, but I got a lucky hit because I hit someone else, which actually worked out pretty well. So I end up killing both the characters and saving the objective, and then killing myself by throwing a grenade on, or a mine on top of myself. Again, you can keep playing your character just in case you don't die in the future, but I'm pretty sure I will because I killed myself. So that's always going to happen. I'm always going to throw that mine on myself. You can see here how close those rockets really were. I was so angry when I was, well, not angry, but upset that when I was playing that I shot like 2 rockets which were just millimeters away from actually hitting someone, but they have to be directly on an opponent. Or of course, I guess what probably would make more sense is shooting underneath him, which is generally what you do with rockets. Anyway, they've chosen their third characters already, which that was pretty quick. I actually got it. Oh, that was lucky, right? So with the rocket, so I missed a bunch of rockets in the actual run. Oh wait, okay. So this character right here, number 5, he's playing that one right now. But this second rocket that I fired, which misses the targets it was aiming for, actually ends up hitting him. So I kill someone in a future loop, which is really crazy. And I still managed to kill Carl, but this person who I killed afterwards doesn't now die anymore. So I'm pretty sure they can still actually end up destroying B, and I think they destroyed A as well. So they actually currently have both the points, but we still have 2 characters to go as well to try and stop that from happening. And we are going to try our damnedest to do so. So my final character probably Rush. I'm not entirely sure, but I do... Actually, no, I think I'm going for Capitan. Yeah. I wanted to try some other things as well, not keep going to the same default ones that I use every time. I think Rush probably would have been a pretty solid choice here, but Capitan's pretty good as well. She has the grenades, which are pretty strong as well. So one thing I find myself making mistakes with constantly now is that now that I'm looking back at the footage, is I'm trying to shoot at people... I don't know why I'm shooting at the objective there. I'm trying to shoot at people... who I know are going to die from previous loops already, so I'm like wasting my... I also shoot at my own character for some reason a bit there. Anyway, so we won the first half because we managed to defend both of the objectives. It wasn't like particularly well done, but I mean I killed the people who would have destroyed it otherwise, so you know that's all I needed to do, and that's what I did. It wasn't clean, and my teammate did the same thing on the other side as well, which is good. So we ended up winning that one. Comfortably, I guess. I think it's probably with, you know, the only 3 rounds really, it's probably easier to do so. But then again, there's still a second half to go where if it is easier to defend, they now have the advantage on that. I guess we can pause for a second. We killed all 6 characters, which is nice. So we get an extra 20 or 30 points for that. 20 more than they is what I was meant to say. And we also did a bunch more damage to them, so we got 12 points. So I don't know how this is exactly divided. Maybe it's like 1 point for every 50. That's probably, yeah, that would make sense. So if we had 1 damage less, we would have had 11 points. It's kind of funny. Anyway, and of course we got 40 points for defending, whereas they would have had 100 points if they actually managed to destroy one. So there you go. So that was round number 1. Now we're gonna go to round 2, or the second half, sorry, where we are attacking and we have to go first because that's how it works. Again, keeping in line with being fair and all that. Honestly, I have no clue how... I think I might go Rush. I have no clue how I'm actually going with here. I've just completely forgotten, drawing a blank on that one. Again, it's been like 2 weeks since I actually played this, maybe 2.5 or so. I wish I could play again. Actually really enjoyed my time with this. I take absolutely ages. Oh yeah, my teammate's yelling at me, "Go B, please!" Because I'm pretty sure in the first round he actually ended up going the same way as I did. Oh right, yes, I go for Death Blow, and I actually just like put down a bunch of mines initially, not a bad idea, and then just start hammering it. You can already see like the amount of stuff I do that's different from the first game that I played, and this is only my 3rd game that I ever played. I think I might fire once or yeah, fire randomly in that direction. That's kind of useless. I fire once more on the... See, that's what I should have been doing. Firing at the actual objectives, because again, something might happen that makes it so I don't destroy B initially, like someone gets in the way or whatever. I probably should have been firing at A instead, which you can actually easily do from there, just to put a little bit more damage on that. You know, just in case my teammate's character dies or whatever and he doesn't manage to kill it. But anyway, so yeah, I put down a bunch of mines and stuff, and I'm starting to understand more how you should be playing this. You should be putting a lot of defenses and stuff down before anything happens, right? So of course they're both going for A initially, which is really good because that means that I get all the time in the world to destroy B. Now the character Rush is behind me, but I've already destroyed B, so they're going to have to use at least one more character to try and kill Deathblow alone from destroying the objective. So now I've got the advantage really in that I have a second character now who I can put a lot of damage on the objective with, and I already know that even Deathblow alone, it currently is enough to destroy that. Now, of course, that doesn't mean anything, because they could just, you know, get their third round, or second round even, and destroy 2 characters at once, and then we're back to square one. But still, it's a good thing to have happen. I decided to go for Rush, because he's fast as fuck, boy! Yeah, I think Rush, as I said in I think both the other videos as well, he's definitely my favorite. The fact that, or the incredible pace he has is just really fun. And I think I showcase it fairly well here in this first round. As once again, my teammate is having incredible difficulty deciding who to use in his... I don't know who this is. I don't know the names of these people. I don't know what, like, if they're YouTubers or people who work for a magazine or whatever, but they were part of the event. But yeah, I do incredible, like, rushing, so basically, like, it's going to be very difficult for the enemies to even do anything. I leave it on low HP, but obviously Deathblow already kills it. But now I've got, like, 2 characters already hammering down on B, and I put down a little bit more damage on it just to make sure that even if Deathblow dies, I actually have more damage going in. Put a bunch more damage on A as well, just in case the character here who dies, I have more damage coming in from Rush as well. So basically, just trying to do as much as possible to do as much damage as possible to different objectives. So if one character dies, I have another character going for the same objective in a later part of the loop, essentially. Again, gets confusing, but it just... I think that's the right way of going about it, rather than trying to hunt down characters or something, especially when we're attacking. So now, because... Oh, I think actually both of us are doing quite well in our respective sides, but yeah, one of the opponents is like, I'm going B! But they put it in all chat so I could read it. I'm pretty sure at some point they said something else as well, and I just like replied, okay. Even though it wasn't like, you know, meant for me. Again, someone on the opponent's team taking absolutely ages to choose a character. Normally, if I were to do any more videos on this, I would definitely be editing a lot more. Right, so here, his character actually manages to destroy me. Pretty well done. And he destroys my first character as well. So this is what I mean by he just got a 2-for-1 right there. So in one round, he managed to pick up both Deathblow and Rush from my first 2 loops. So I don't actually do anything against B, really. So currently, they're winning this one by defending both of them, because we're not doing any damage. Or we're not destroying any of them. I decided to go with, was his name Strike or something? I choose it too quickly. The sniper character, anyway. Because I figured, obviously, Deathblow got a 2-for-1 on my characters, so if I can try and kill him, I'm being shot at, even though, of course, that's a previous loop, so nothing's actually happening. So I was like, if I can, this is a really nice pickup here. So I shoot him in the head, which means that he doesn't kill my characters anymore. So now, Rush and Deathblow both are actually doing, again, what they're supposed to do. And now, what I should have been doing here, and this is where I made a major mistake. Let me go back a couple seconds so you can see the game is almost over. Oh, so I'm going back a little bit too far, actually. Sorry, I'll just rewatch that, because it was a great headshot. I mean, let's be honest. It was obviously, with time slowing, not the most difficult thing to do in the world, but there you go. Anyway, so after I shot at B here to make sure that thing dies, here, I should have been using this angle here to just fire a couple of shots into A. Again, just in case they somehow manage to defend against all the other stuff. If I can get this sniper to get a couple shots on A, like right here, I can see it. I don't have to go there, I can just see it. I'm using a sniper rifle. Just put 2 shots on it, you know, that might help a lot. But instead, I see a character, I'm like, oh, I'm trying to try and kill him. I'm gonna fucking blind shot these things, or what do you call that? Not even quick scope, just blind firing him. I completely miss. I do end up killing him in the end, but I could have been shooting at A instead. And I think I'd do it in the end, but it's a bit late. Like, I only get to fire 2 shots at it, 3 shots. I could have been doing a lot more, and killing that character was probably completely irrelevant. So I should have been doing that right away, but anyway, there you go. So yeah, B is completely demolished right now. We have 3 characters actually destroying it, so at this point, they have to really use a lot of their efforts. So yeah, this guy's saying, I'll take out Sniper, so I'm like, alright, do it. Which, of course, the sniper was me. So he's going to try and kill me. I'm pretty sure he succeeds at it too. But hopefully, the other 2 characters then still have enough damage in them to actually destroy B before they get killed. Which would be really good. Anyway, so... oh, wow, we actually... I kind of just didn't even look at it. Oh, that's too far. I need to go further back. We must go back further. Yeah, so anyway, they take the sniper, so we can see him coming up here. They're both going this way, actually. This is both their characters going this way, I'm pretty sure. Oh, actually, there's three. Yeah, so there's 3 of them. So this one and that one. So this is the sniper. This is Toxin, and then number 3. That's an old one, of course, from before. So number 5 is strong. I took out number 3. That's Deathblow, and then he's trying to take out me before I take out Deathblow, which then means that Deathblow takes out both number 3 and number 1 of me. It's so cool, isn't it? Like, the whole idea of this game is fucking crazy. Anyway, he does kill me, but not before I kill Deathblow. So I've killed number 3. Now, he does have still got Toxin there, so do I actually do enough damage to be? Pretty sure I don't, which is actually really annoying, because of course, it's only on like 1 bar of health. So if I'd done a little bit more with any other character, then it would have actually been dead, and we would have like had a clean, well, not a clean sweep, because A is not even wounded at all or destroyed at all. But yeah. Either way, we lose the second half, but only by a tiny bit, so we still end up getting victory in the end. We have 149 points against 138. So, I played 3 games, I won 1 of them, I was the MVP in this one too, which is nice, but yeah, nothing too clean. I'm just going to blame it on these. I always had the worst teammate? No, I'm joking. I have no idea. But yeah, I am MVP. I'm NJ Game Host 002. 002 right there. Too bad there's no 001. Anyway, so yeah, in the second round we got 27 points. They got 121 because they got the 80 extra points for defending. They got more kills than us. They did more damage to us. I think it's just easier to do more damage on the defense because you're actually aiming at people rather than if you're attacking, you're more aiming at the objectives. Anyway, so yes, you know, we got more point. We got 1 more point on our first round, and they got on their second, and we got 10 more on. So yeah, it adds up. We win in the end. So I was pretty pleased with that, just to have at least a win, because I was kind of disappointed that, you know, my first 1v1 was against a person who had a lot more experience than me, which was supposed to be against someone who had no experience, just like me. Then my second game, I was with that person, and they let me down, or, you know, I let myself down. I wasn't very good, let's be honest. And then in the third game, it was, you know, fair teams. Again, in this case, the opponents actually had the player who was more experienced than anyone else. But we managed to win it, and yeah, it was just I think it was just the most fun game, because it's the one where I started to understand what to do the most, which that is definitely the most fun part, when everything starts clicking and you're understanding what you're doing, and you're not just running around like a headless chicken shooting at whatever you want to shoot at, kind of thing. Anyway, so that is going to be that for my experience of Lemnis Gate. As I said in the first video, I do plan on covering this more. I definitely will be playing this more with friends and stuff. Whether I'll be covering it more, I don't know, but I think I will. I do really enjoy it. Hopefully you guys will let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this. I don't know when I'll have access to more of this, if it'll be by full release or if I'll get early access or whatever. I honestly, currently I don't know anything more about, you know, this, but in general, I think it is coming in a couple of months, and then when it comes out, I'll definitely cover it, and possibly before if I get some kind of early access, but we shall see. Until then, thank you guys for watching, have a good day, and goodbye.